In ancient Egypt, under the rule of the pharaoh, the Israelites were oppressed and enslaved. Their suffering was immense, and their hope seemed lost. However, destiny had a different plan. Moses was born to an Israelite family at a time when Pharaoh had decreed that all newborn Hebrew boys should be killed. To save her son, Moses' mother placed him in a basket and set him adrift on the Nile River. The basket was found by Pharaoh's daughter, who was moved by the baby's plight and decided to adopt him. Moses grew up in the palace as an Egyptian prince, but he was always aware of his Hebrew heritage. As an adult, Moses fled Egypt after accidentally killing an Egyptian who was beating a Hebrew slave. He settled in Midian, where he married and started a family. One day, while tending to his flock, Moses encountered a burning bush that was not consumed by the flames. From the bush, God spoke to him, commanding him to return to Egypt and lead the Israelites out of bondage. Despite his initial reluctance, Moses accepted the mission. Moses returned to Egypt and confronted Pharaoh, demanding the release of the Israelites. Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he refused. This led to a series of devastating plagues sent by God, each one intensifying until Pharaoh finally relented. The Israelites began their journey to freedom, a pivotal event known as the Exodus. As they fled, Pharaoh changed his mind and pursued them with his army. The Israelites found themselves trapped between the advancing Egyptian forces and the Red Sea. In a miraculous act, Moses stretched out his staff, and God parted the sea, allowing the Israelites to cross on dry ground. When the Egyptian army tried to follow, the waters returned, drowning them. After their escape, Moses led the Israelites to Mount Sinai, where he ascended the mountain to receive God's laws. On the mountain, God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, a set of moral and ethical guidelines. These commandments were inscribed on 2 stone tablets. Despite their liberation, the journey to the Promised Land was long and challenging. The Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years due to their lack of faith and frequent complaints. During this time, Moses continued to guide them, providing them with laws, guidance, and leadership. Moses' leadership and faithfulness made him a revered figure in the Abrahamic religions. Before his death, he viewed the Promised Land from a distance but did not enter it. He appointed Joshua as his successor to lead the Israelites into their new homeland. The story of Prophet Moses is a powerful testament to faith, leadership, and perseverance. It teaches lessons about freedom, justice, and the importance of following divine guidance.